customers. There's no bigger customer than government. And one of the big messages that we have in Innovation Nation, our white paper, is that there's a big role for us as a government to use our purchasing power, which equates to something like £150 billion a year, to help drive innovation. And to be frank, we haven't been particularly good at it as a government before. We've had, I think, a very risk-averse culture, and there's some big issues for us as a government about how we open up our procurement process in the future. But we say in Innovation Nation, and we're working through in delivering on this at the moment, that each government department is going to produce innovation procurement plans as part of their commercial strategies, which indicate how they're going to become more innovative in their procurement. One of the other things that we say that we're going to do on the demand side as well is to completely reform the Small Business Research Initiative. And those of you in the room today who might have used SBRI before will understand what I'm talking about here. This is a scheme whereby government sets targets for each government department to provide a certain amount of work to small businesses. And the aim was to stimulate innovation. What's happened is we've hit all our targets and we've ticked all the right boxes, but we haven't really stimulated innovation at all. And that's why we're going to be reforming it along the lines of what's called the SBIR in the United States. And those of you that might have had contracts with DARPA or the Department of Defence or the Department of Health there through their SBIR programme will understand how it can actually provide amounts of funding that will actually take innovative new technologies to a stage where they can be commercialised and when they can be bought at scale by American government departments, but more widely as well. And we're at advanced stages of discussions with Ministry of Defence and Department of Health as to the big government departments in this area to completely transform that. And we've also, as you probably know, asked Anne Glover of Amadeus Partners to advise us on the feasibility of setting a target that 30% of new business when it comes to government purchasing should come from small businesses. So there's a lot that's going on when it comes to that innovative procurement agenda. But also there's a lot that we're doing when it comes to providing direct support to businesses to encourage them to innovate. We will hear more this morning about grants for R&D for innovation. But I'd just like to highlight in particular the work of the Technology Strategy Board. We're increasing its budget so that in coordination with the regional development agencies and the research councils, it's going to be spending £1 billion over the next 3 years. It's a significant amount of money. It's going to increase the number of technology platforms that it provides, which give opportunities to participate in collaborative R&D projects with companies that are going to produce the new enabling technologies of the future. We're already seeing low-carbon vehicles innovation platforms, low-carbon buildings innovation platforms, assisted living as an innovation platform, and there are a number of other innovation platforms that are going to be announced over the next couple of years. And what we're trying to do is to take some of the key technology driver areas of the future and ensure that we're supporting collaborative R&D in those areas. Another thing that the Technology Strategy Board will be doing will be doubling the number of knowledge transfer partnerships. And I don't know whether you've come across these as programs. I still remember it as the Teaching Company Scheme, which is what it used to be, 15 years ago. But this is where an academic will come into from a university to work with a business, generally over an 18-month period. This has been evaluated over 10 or more years and is one of the most successful policy interventions that we have as a government. It really adds value for the business, for the academic themselves, and for the university. It is really, quite literally, a win-win-win all round. And we've said we're going to double the number of those knowledge transfer partnerships. And we're going to have mini KTPs as well that don't have to last 18 months, can be a lot more flexible and suit companies' requirements where they might have short-term projects where they need assistance. And I really see our universities as lighthouses beaming knowledge into our wider economy and society. And I think that the more that we can do to get some of that knowledge out of our universities into our businesses, the better it will be for Britain for the future. And that's why we've also said in Innovation Nation as a white paper that we want to launch innovation vouchers, relatively small amounts of money, but small amounts of money that it's very easy for SMEs to access to work with the university over a short period of time. It's been trialled in the West Midlands. It works very successfully in Holland at the moment as a programme, and there's absolutely no reason why it won't be a rip-roaring success here in the United Kingdom. But making it easier for SMEs to access the knowledge that we've got in our universities and giving universities a voucher is one way of doing that, I think is really important. And again, that's something we need to do for the future. The other thing that I'd like to highlight is skills for innovation and innovation more broadly. We set up the department that I'm a minister in, the Department for Innovation, Universities and Skills, just over 12 years ago. And we are very much an economic department. And for the first time, we're bringing together the whole university agenda, the innovation agenda and the skills agenda all in one place. And focusing on skills for innovation, the skills that you need not just to innovate but to exploit that innovation commercially is really, I think, again, a crucial area. So working with the sector skills councils, our train to grain programs, the expansion of the apprenticeship programs that we have at the moment are all areas where we can help support SMEs that want to grow, that want to upskill their workforce, that are actively engaged in the innovation agenda. And of course, innovation isn't just about the economy. It's about our society as well. If we're going to meet some of the big challenges facing the UK today, indeed facing the world today, whether it be the problems of an ageing population, tackling climate change, then innovation is going to be one of the key ways in which we actually do this. And it's going to be the new technologies that will drive innovation, that will bring about low-carbon solutions for the future. It's going to be the new technologies that will enable more of us to be able to live in our homes in decent conditions for longer, that are going to make a real difference again. And innovation, again, will be crucial to this, which is why we keep saying that the UK needs to excel at innovation. And of course, we've got to get better at innovation in the public sector as well, in the way that we transform our public services. And again, I don't think we should sell ourselves short. Lots of innovations have come from the UK public sector. When it was first founded, the BBC was a tremendous innovation. So was the National Health Service. More closer to home, DirectGov was one of the first attempts of any government in the world to really completely transfigure its services. If you look at what we've done on personalised healthcare with actually giving budgets to individuals, so rather than having a statist solution, individuals are empowered to purchase their own healthcare to meet their own needs. That's transformed the way that we do things. But we're going to have to do more of that as a government again in the future, because we need to continually look at how we use our frontline staff, how we work with our citizens to help us to drive innovation in the way that we deliver our public services. None of us want to pay more in taxes than we have to.